My name is Lakshmi Priyanka. So today I'm going to explain you our industrial mini project. So the title of our industrial mini project is Intelligent Tutoring Systems. So when we come to the abstract of the Intelligent Tutoring System, it is basically an e-learning platform. But what is the difference between an e-learning platform and an intelligent tutoring system is that these systems are used to include students' affective states in their learner modules. So by using this system, we can reduce the anxiety of a student while they are performing any exercises or tests in the e-learning platform. This reduction of anxiety can be done with the help of displaying motivational messages and analyzing their anxiety levels at the end. According to the study, it states that motivational messages and usage of attribution theory addresses the reason for anxiety and reduces the number of anxiety instances per session. So coming to the existing system, when we look up to all the institutions and educational organizations, we can categorize them into three different types. So the first type is the systems which simply ignore students' frustration. They do not provide any motivational messages and do not collect any feedback from the users. The second type is they collect feedback from the students, but they do not provide any motivational messages. And the third type, the system provides feedback messages and sympathy messages only when a user himself reports frustration. So this depends on self-reporting of a student. This is all about the existing system. We are proposing the new intelligent tutoring system because of few limitations of the existing system. So the limitations are it lacks the interaction between the student and the tutor platform, and for developing this project we need more accurate analysis of data, and human tutors are currently better able to interpret and adapt to different emotional states. And coming to the proposed system, in this system, for each wrong answer we show the messages based on the student's response, which means by analyzing the student's response, whether it is a correct answer or a wrong answer, and the time they took to answer the question, analyzing these two factors, we are going to pop up few messages on the screen. That message is a motivational message, and we restrict the number of motivational messages per session to 3. So this is to reduce the anxiety levels of the student by showing these motivational messages. In order to develop these projects, we need some software and hardware requirements. So the software requirements are the operating systems that is supported are Windows 8 and higher, and the technologies and languages used are, in the backend we use Python, and in the front end we use Django as a framework, and we use debugger and emulator. Any browser can be used, particularly Chrome is the best. And coming to the hardware requirements, for developing this application we need a Core i3 or higher processor and a 4 GB RAM space, and space on the hard disk is minimum 10 GB. So these are the software and hardware requirements for developing the project. And now when we come to this system architecture is basically showing us the direction of workflow, direction of the process. So as we can see in this diagram, when the user logins to the intelligent tutoring system, he gets an option to choose in between a motivational session or a non-motivational session. So that is completely dependent upon the user. So when a user selects the motivational session, he is directly sent to the session and then to the exercise. And from then, by analyzing the time that he takes to answer the question and whether the answer is right or not, notifications are popped up on the user screen. And after this, the feedback and whatever the analysis is made, all the analysis is collected by admin, and that analysis is given in the form of a graph. It is denoted in the form of a graph, which is the graphical analysis. And then the feedback is sent again to the user about the session. And when it comes to the non-motivational part, the user is directed to the session and immediately to the exercise. This process ends easily. It is a shorter path. And coming to the modules, there are 4 different modules in this project: session module, motivational module, non-motivational module, and graphical representation. Session module is the module in which the user needs to select in between the motivational and not non-motivational session. And motivational module is whenever a user selects the motivational session, it deals with the failure to external factors will motivate them to set a new goal. We request feedback from a student after detecting frustration and displaying feedback messages to show empathy for students. Non-motivational messages, this module is used to determine the impact of motivational messages. And graphical representation is all the frustration analysis whatever is made is represented in the form of a graph. So this is about the modules. Now coming to the system designs and the UML diagrams, we have activity diagram. In the activity diagram, it is showing the flow of the operations that happen in this project in two different modules, which is one is on the user side and another is on the admin side. And in the class diagram, it shows the different functions and variables which are used on the user side, which are search keyword, view search result, motivational message, non-motivational message, view notification, and send feedback. Coming to the admin side, we have upload notification, frustration analysis, graphic analysis, and view feedback. So these are the different functions used on user side and admin side. Now coming to the sequence diagram. A sequence diagram is a diagrammatic representation which shows the sequence of the in which sequence the all the operations are performed in the project. This is also shown in two different modules, user and admin. Coming to the use case diagram, this represents the flow of work on the user side. So the different blocks on the user side are view notification, motivational message, non-motivational message, and send notification. And on the admin side are upload notification, frustration analysis, graphical analysis, and view notification. And now we have few screenshots about the outputs that appear on the user screen. They are the first screenshot shows the process in which the user needs to log in by using his own username and password. And the second screenshot shows about the frustration analysis in a tabular column which was made after few sessions. And the third screenshot shows that when a student is answering a question, the way in which the motivational message pops up. And the next screenshot shows about the feedback that is given by the user. And all the in the last screenshot, all the analysis that was performed is represented in the form of a graphical chart. This is the graphical chart representation. And concluding this project, we get to know that motivational messages help the students to reduce their frustration and anxiety and continue with the session, thus enabling them to avoid the negative consequences of frustration. So here are few references that we used while developing this project. And coming to the future work, in future there will be these intelligent tutoring system will be of great use for the students in their learning process. By reducing the anxiety, they can better perform in all the exercises and all. So in future we can expect many more intelligent tutoring systems like this. This is all about our project. Thank you.